Hello everybody, welcome back to the Nocturnal Gaming Network. My name is Xeriua and today we are playing Assassin's Creed number 2. We are continuing with the DLC. So last time we went through and we did sequence number 12, which is the downloadable content. The first part of the downloadable content. And we went through and we met Caterina and Machiavelli informally, and then stuff happened, and the Apple of Eden was stolen by a four-fingered monk, and he is here in Florence somewhere. So we're back to our home, and we are going to find out what's going on with that monk. So let's get ourselves started here. We must meet up with Machiavelli in the Olantro district of Florence. And now we need to enter Florence, and something's going on.
We'd still got someplace to call home.
Can I just walk through these guys? Well, that was easy. Scholars, just like the first game, just kind of walk into the group. Alright, so why are we notorious? I don't know. We haven't done anything to anybody in Florence. Ooh, but there's fighting. And tearing that down did absolutely nothing. Alright, so this is going to be a fighting mission. We have these weird blackguards. I don't know who they are, but I will take care of them. Ooh. Ooh, and some red guards. So we've got the black guards, and then we've got Borgia guards. Huh. And Salarius is online. Huh. Come on. There we go. Okay, so now let's continue. Huh. So, something about the Mad Monk. Maybe it's that monk with four fingers that's causing all these problems. Uh-oh.
Get him!
Borgia guards.
Remember what I taught you, ragazzi?
Well, so something's definitely going on in this city if there are Borgia guards and people are complaining about a mad monk. I wonder if Rasputin's in the area. Alright. There we go. Now, where is Machiavelli? Somewhere.
Just throw us out. Said all we own belongs to the Chiesa di San Marco now.
All we own belongs to the Church of San Marco.
Even Botticelli sided that monster. It's sorcery. How else to explain it?
Uh-oh.
Have mercy on this poor soul.
Uh-oh. So here's some of these black guards, and then the Borgia guards are here too. Come on. Anyone? Anyone want to attack me? No? Oh, you will. You're brave. Ha ha! Come on. Nope, he missed. And now he's gonna run away. I wish these two guys would, the two different groups would fight each other, and not just me. Ooh, this big boy's got an axe. Maybe I can get the axe from him. Oh, they are fighting one another. That's awesome. There we are. Can I pick up his weapon, please? I want to pick up his weapon. Oh, I almost had it. Oh. Come on, I just want the axe. We can resume this useless fighting after I get the axe. Alright, these guys are getting tired. Maybe now I can grab the axe. Oh, not before he gets mad at me. Come on.
I'm only visiting. I don't know.
There he is! Lajo!
I still want the axe. Like this, yes. Haha. Alright, I get the axe now. I'm good, I'm ready to fight.
Sometimes I wish the assassino would return to Florence, that we might be free of his tyranny. It's just a myth. A story parents tell their children.
Really? Well, the assassin is here. But first, let's see what we have in our database for recent entries. We have a couple people. So, we have read what? I believe we've read this last. That was the orphanage. And then Machiavelli and the Orsi brothers, and those are Caterina's children. Okay, so let's start with Niccolo Machiavelli. So, he was born in 1469, and he is a philosopher, a writer, and a politician. Unarmed prophets have always been destroyed, whereas armed prophets have succeeded. These cynical words were written by Niccolo Machiavelli, one of the greatest minds of the Renaissance. Considered a pioneer of realist philosophy, he believed that all men are evil and will act upon their vicious nature if given a chance. The third son of a Florentine attorney, Machiavelli was tutored by his father in grammar, rhetoric, and Latin. In 1494, he entered government service as a clerk and an ambassador. Made a member of the Florentine Diplomatic Council, he was sent to the courts of France, Spain, and Rome between 1499 and 1512. From 1503 and 1506, Machiavelli was put in charge of the Florentine militia and the city's defense. He recruited citizens for his militia, preferring men who had a stake in Florence's continued success to dispassionate mercenaries. His strategy seemed to work in 1509 when Florence defeated Pisa. Machiavelli continued to participate in Florentine government after the Medici family was chased out, but when the Medici returned, they arrested and tortured him. He was accused of conspiring against them. Unable to find any wrongdoing, the Medici exiled Machiavelli. He retired to his estate in Santa Andrea, where he wrote his famous work, The Prince, the Discourse on Livy, and the Florentine Histories. Machiavelli died in 1527. His place of burial remains unknown. And then we have the Orsi brothers.
Cecco and Ludovico Orsi. Bored with their leisurely life in the countryside, the Orsi brothers decided to spice things up a little. They started a money-lending business that was extremely successful, mostly because they killed anyone who didn't pay them back. Then, Caterina Sforza hired them to murder her Templar husband, Girolamo Riario, which they did in true cavalier fashion. They rode up to his palace, waltzed into the dining room, stabbed him in the chest, ransacked the estate, and left his naked body in the center of town. According to Abstergo's files, Rodrigo Borgia, after escaping from Venice, offered to pay them for the recapture of the Peace of Eden. And, of course, Caterina's head. It was the Orsi brothers' idea to kidnap her children. I ask you, what has this world come to when the rich go so bad?
Alright, so the Orsi brothers, we dealt with them in the last video. Born in 1458 and 1455, they were both nobles and professional thieves. So, we have two of Caterina's children. Let's start with Bianca. She was born in 1478. Some people live a dream. Bianca Riario was not one of those people. In 1484, at the age of 6, she witnessed the sacking of her family's palazzo in Rome and was carried by her lunatic warrior mother into the siege at the Castello Sant'Angelo. Next, dragged by her family to Forli, far more horrifying delights awaited her. Shortly after Bianca's 10th birthday, her father Girolamo was stabbed to death, and his naked body was thrown into the middle of the town square. Then her palazzo was sacked again, and she was kidnapped by the Orsi brothers. Bianca escaped the Orsis and returned to her mother. How exactly the escape was accomplished is unknown. Ezio. Then when she was 16, while out on a hunting expedition with her mother's new husband, Giacomo Fio, she witnessed his brutal ambush and assassination. In the 1500s, Bianca's mother was taken prisoner by Cesare Borgia and apparently raped by Rodrigo Borgia and Cesare. Cesare then killed Bianca's husband, Astore III Manfredi, in 1502. She married again, this time to a count, Trollio di Rossi, who died in 1521, at which point she wisely decided to give up on life and went to her grave sometime around 1522. Wow. Apparently, trouble follows this young child here. Let's see if it's any better for her brother. So, Ottaviano, let's go with that. Ottaviano Riario. So he was born in 1479, and he turned into a count and a noble. Ottaviano entered the service of the Florentine Republic as a contidorio when he was 19 at the request of his mother, Caterina Sforza, who wanted to cement amiable relations with Florence. He commanded 100 men from Forli, but terminated his contract after only a year because Florence didn't have any money to pay him. Despite accounts which described Ottaviano as obese, brainless, and under his mother's thumb, Pope Alexander VI, Rodrigo Borgia, offered his daughter Lucrezia to Ottaviano. Why? Because Rodrigo decided that those were traits he could tolerate in a son-in-law, as long as that son-in-law was key to controlling the territories of Forli and Imola. Plus, his praying mantis of a daughter, Lucrezia, rarely stayed married to one man for long. Her husbands tended to sign declarations of impotence or just simply disappear. Wisely, Caterina denied the marriage, enraging the Pope and leading to his son Cesare's assault on Forli. When Caterina was ousted by Cesare and entered her exile in Florence. Under her guidance, Ottaviano attempted to convince the new pope, Julius II, to give him back the lordship of Imola and Forli. But instead, Ottaviano ended up selling the Riario claim to Julius for an IOU, no less. Okay. Sounds like he didn't do too much either. Let's see this brother O'Callaghan guy. So he was born in 1452, and he is a professional monk. Born outside the Pale, or outside the area of British control in Ireland, which was considered savage, hence the expression beyond the Pale. Okay. Darby O'Callaghan spent his teen years hunting and raiding British settlements. In his papers, he described the time period as a dark point in my life, but to be honest, I had my fun too. When O'Callaghan's Gaelic father married a Catholic, everything changed. He forced me to work in the fields, no more raiding, no more girls. It was hell on earth, says one particular entry, dated 1462. To escape his father, O'Callaghan decided to become a monk. I was told by my mother that monks did little work and threw large feasts for the seasonal holidays. He joined the Abilara Monastery in 1462, becoming a Cistercian. Ultimately, however, O'Callaghan founded the order to Austria. We worked in the fields from dawn till dusk. Abbot Shaw wouldn't allow us to drink, and worst of all, the only girls were nuns. This was a deeper level of hell than I had ever imagined possible. Convincing a small group of his fellow monks to join the Dominicans, Darby left Ireland in 1463 for Italy, where we can hire farmers to work in the fields for us. Then, when we give our sermons, we will see the beauty of the lords in the gold light of Italy and the soulful faces of the farmers' wives. Ultimately, O'Callaghan was kicked out of the Dominican order in 1493 due to repeated attempts to convert townspeople while within a drinking house. Oh boy. In Darby's own accounts, he claims that he had great success with the conversations, although the men refused to come to the church, so I had to return to the alehouse for repeated visits to preach the word of the Lord to their receptive ears. O'Callaghan moved to Romagna countryside in 1494, starting a monastery dedicated to the Order of St. Patrick in an abandoned church. But he didn't have much success in securing converts. In 1500, he died of what had been described as bad blood, but was most likely syphilis. His body was buried in the small cemetery beside the church. Wow, lots of sad entries today. Maybe Girolamo Savonarola will will fix this.
Girolamo Savonarola, a Dominican friar from Ferrara, this man took his job seriously. He saw the excesses of his age, the rich stomping the poor into the dirt, the priests selling indulgences to the populace, and he went insane. Calling himself an instrument of God, Savonarola descended on Firenze. His sermons sent people into frenzies. He demanded an end to all personal property, to all progress, a return to Eden. Knowledge became the enemy, and he could erase it all with the peace of Eden at his command. Books, paintings, musical instruments, he burned everything in the bonfire of the vanities. History unraveled as his legions took control, and Firenze descended into darkness.
Aha, so this guy sounds like the mad monk from the first game, who was burning all of Damascus's, I believe, writings. I'm really trying to think of his name, but I can't right now. I'm sure it'll come to me. Okay, so we are caught up on our entries. Now, we must speak with Machiavelli and see what is to be done about this new mad monk.
Salve, Ezio. You picked a fine time for a homecoming.
Then it's true. Savonarola has taken control of Firenze.
Yes. No doubt aided by that treacherous artifact.
We should get to work on retrieving it.
That may be more complicated than you think.
When isn't it? Why don't you fill me in on things?
Walk with me. It all started a few weeks ago. The man everyone once reviled was suddenly the one they worshipped.
Ah, the apple.
Only in part. It's not the city he's enthralled, but its leaders. Men possessed of influence and power. They, in turn, oppress the citizens and ensure his will is done.
The people act as if they have no say in the matter.
Rare is the man willing to oppose the status quo. And so it falls to us to help them see the truth.
Yes. Because nothing is true and everything is permitted.
Those bodies bear the emblem of the Borgia.
Yes. The Spaniard keeps sending his soldiers into Firenze, and Firenze keeps sending them back. Usually in pieces.
Then he knows the apple is here as well. An unfortunate complication. So, stay close.
I dropped my axe. Pick it up. Okay, so we must escort Machiavelli. Let's go, Machiavelli. I don't know where we're going, but we're going somewhere.
Salute. Come sta Bettina? Now!
Uh-oh.
You won't get away this time.
Oh. I love this axe. Oh, come back. It fell out of my hands. Huh. I'm gonna punch this guy out. Or stab him with his own sword. That works too. Oh, drop the sword. Pick up this guy. There we go. Now I got my axe back. Let's go help Machiavelli. Oh no, don't lose the axe again, Ezio. The axe is the only thing that matters. So I take it while we are here in Florence, we are going to fix the Borgia problem too. Oh no. I lost my axe again. There we go. So we'll grab the axe, and we will continue on our way. Those were some of Girolamo, whatever his name is, Savonarola's men. But, oh, and here are some more. I thought we were going to see some of the Borgia guys. Just kind of push him over. Yes! This axe is brutal. I love it. Okay. Come on. No, pick it back up, Ezio. Let's go, Machiavelli.
Andiamo. A direct assault would be dangerous.
True.
Especially with the apple in
But
his
what
possession.
other option is there?
Aside from the city leaders, the people's minds are their own, correct?
See.
And they follow Savonarola not by choice, but force and fear?
See.
Then I propose we use these to our advantage. If we can silence his lieutenants and stir up discontent, he will be distracted, and I will have a chance to strike.
Clever. I'll speak with La Volpe and Paola. They can help to organize the uprising as you free the districts.
Then it's settled. I'll take care of his abettors.
Yes. Holy crap, look at all of these missions.
Girolamo Savonarola, a Dominican friar from Ferrara, this man took his job seriously. He saw the
Okay, not sure why we're watching that again, but that's fine. Use a springboard. Okay, so there was something about a springboard there, and I'm not sure what it was. Oh, and we have to go all over Florence, too. Wow. This is pretty expensive for some just DLC. What I am going to do is...
Move along.
Oh. They don't want to fight me, so I will leave... Oh, now they want to fight me. Okay. Well, I was going to leave them alone, but not anymore.
Remember your drill, sir. Flank him and keep it simple.
Alright, so we will take care of these guards. And then once we do, I gotta climb to the top of this building. Being cornered is not good. Come on, guys.
He'll leave it open.
anyone can attack me
Now, go!
like that. And now someone else.
There
There we go, and there we go. Keep attacking. Come on. You can do it.
I will peel the skin from you, lentamente.
Peel my skin from me. That sounds painful. Come on. There we go. We are almost done here.
That's it. He'll leave an opening.
Oh, I'm a little late. Hate it when that happens.
Remember your kills, man. And keep it simple.
Oh, more guards. No.
Now, get to the
This one is no fool.
Alright, I think it might be time for me to just run away.
You'll have to take risks, like that.
Choose your openings carefully, man. This one is no fool.
They've got me backed into this corner and they just keep taking turns. Maybe I should take out my actual sword here. And let them hit each other.
Just like that knife in Alpha. Capito?
There we go. Now we're starting to do some damage.
Choose your openings carefully, man.
He was trying to run away. I should have let him go. Alright. They're running away. That's perfect. I will let them go. I don't need to deal with them. And I want to switch my cape, I think. Can I switch to the Medici cape? Yes, I can. There we are. Now my notoriety will not go up in Florence. And I can kill every single one of these guards with no repercussions. There we go. I don't know why Ezio had a hard time jumping up there, but whatever. Come on. You can do it, Ezio. Grab it. Huh. He doesn't want to. There we are. Okay. Well, we are right here. Let's take a quick stop at this viewpoint. That guard is gonna just, like, shoot me as soon as I, regain control. Okay. So, where are we? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 viewpoints in this district. So, what? Can I go way over here, or is that not even a place? Alright. Lots of missions on this one. Okay, everybody. So, I think when we come back next time, we will go through and we will clear our viewpoints so we can see what's going on in this new section of the city, and then we will begin dealing with all of these lieutenants for the Mad Monk, and we will slowly get the city of Florence back under our control. Sounds like a plan to me. Alright, thank you all so much for watching. My name is Xeriua. This has been the Nocturnal Gaming Network, bringing you Assassin's Creed number 2. Have a wonderful night.